First, I'm going to introduce my audience. This is my dad, and that's my brother, my sister, and there is my mom, Sue. Alright, so today I'm going to tell you everyone about the Hershey bar. And 3 things that I'm going to bring out from it is who invented it, what ingredients are used to make the Hershey bar, and what else it's used for. So, you can't talk about the Hershey bar without talking about Milton Hershey. Milton Hershey invented the bar in the 1900s. But before he did that, he was a caramel maker. He loved caramel, but as soon as he tasted chocolate, he completely fell in love with it. He loved the taste of it, the texture, how simple it was to make. But one thing he hated about it was that it was only available to the rich. So he decided to make his life goal to make an affordable bar for everyone to be able to eat. So first he tried to find the Hershey, try and find ingredients for chocolate, but it was impossible. Because the Swiss was a really big secret with the Swiss. So he had to start doing trial and error and adding different ingredients to try and make this sweet chocolate. He finally, after a ton of effort and really experimenting with flavors, he figured out that it was pretty simple. It was just whole milk, sugar, and cocoa. So now that you know a little bit of history about the Hershey bar, or how this man came up with the ingredients, I'm going to tell you more about the ingredients. So the first main ingredient of a Hershey bar is the cocoa. Now cocoa is found in tropical forests, and they're huge walnut / watermelon looking pieces, and they grow on the ground and they're picked. And the people that harvest them will then take them and put them in huge piles. And this is called fermentation. And from there, they have to sit for at least a week, so the liquid of the cocoa is dried up and sweet. So after the cocoa bean sits there and dries and really gets to its texture that it's needed, they take them and they'll put them onto the railroad in the tropical areas such as Brazil, and they take them over and they put them onto the crates and ship them to the cocoa factories. So when the cocoa arrives and it's melted down, they use a huge machine. They liquefy the cocoa, they add the milk, sugar, and those ingredients are then ready for the rest of the process. So the liquid chocolate now is moving from one machine to the next. And from this machine, it pours into their big metal slates, and they're engraved with the Hershey symbol. So the liquid simply pours into these engravement things, and they move down the assembly line. So from here, the chocolate has to cool, which doesn't take that long, and it molds itself into the Hershey bar that everyone eats. So it's going to move down the assembly line, and next it goes to the wrapping. And a machine wraps them. It used to do fewer, only 500 or so wrapping per minute, but now it's so fast it can wrap up to 1,300 little kisses a minute, or 1,000 Hershey bars per minute. So I found most of this information on the Hershey's website, which is just hersheybar.com, and you can find all of it. But the website started talking about different things for you to experience if you ever came to Hershey. So I read about reviews about the fun that you can have when learning about chocolate and the Hershey and bar. And there's actually a ride you can go on, and you sit on the ride, and it'll take you through a factory setup, and it'll show you the cocoa bean and then show you how it's liquefied, and it gives you a complete history on the chocolate and how rich and creamy it is. And then it starts to talk about other things that the Hershey is used for. So it's not just the Hershey bar or the Hershey Kiss that the chocolate's used for. It's used in Kit Kats. You can get it in Hershey flavored ice cream. You can buy little Hershey beans, which they put in cookies, and they will then be Hershey flavored chocolate chip cookies. There's also a ton of other candies that Hershey makes, such as M&M's, Almond Joys, and they use this Hershey flavored in all of them. And so another, like when I was looking up on the Hershey bar, I found critics that, would talk about them, like Arnold Flam, and he wrote an article about his experience at the Hershey factory and how much fun it was and how much history the Hershey bar actually has, which makes it so lovable to the rest of America because, Milton Hershey was such a great man, and he was so loved by so many Americans because of things he's done, such as giving America affordable, sweet treats that everyone loves, and that he really put his life into that. And he used his wealth for really great things, such as his Milton Hershey School. And he built this school for young boys that didn't have homes at the time.
Awesome.
They were fatherless or just had a single parent, and he built them so that they could come to a place that was structured and give a proper education and a real chance at life. Some more that I read about him, there's books on him, on his life and his legacy. Many just praise him and think that he's just a wonderful man. There's a website, the HersheyDiscoveryTour.com, and it will break down each and every step of the building of the Hershey. I definitely used that when they talked about the Hershey bar, how it's mixed. They said that the main ingredients in chocolate were the liquid cocoa butter and the sugar and milk, and it's just these simple flavors that bring such a sweet taste to everyone's mouth. It's really amazing. So it's not just a Hershey bar when you think about it. It's really something that is loved by all Americans all over the world, and it was introduced by such a great man. And that's my presentation.